What's going on, Gears fans? It's Big in the Game here, bringing you a master setup for Vaskar. This is going to be a simple, very simple engineering build here. We're not going to have 100 fortifications on the map. Once this loads up, we'll get into it. Obviously, while this loads up, I want to give a shout out to people who helped me get the footage for this, which is PC Punisher, Joella, Stewie Griffin, and Major Shoot Up. And of course, a thank you to Madicon for helping me get this tutorial together and pointing me in the right direction. Thank you. Now they're all going to spawn on the far side of the map. We're just going to set up on the spawning side. So basically, when you come in, the spawn is basically going to be everywhere. I'm going to be shooting, as you see on the screen now, like dotted around here, there, and everywhere, basically all in front of you. This is a bit of a chaotic run, but it's definitely a satisfying one once you get it finished. It's one of the more challenging ones for sure. Again, spawn all throughout here, all in this area too. And you are also going to get a spawn every now and then in this corner, especially on robot waves. They will spawn quite heavily in that corner on robot waves. And you're going to have to make sure you're always going to have somebody up in this area when the wave starts, because if not, you will get odd spawns up here where I've just shot the ground there. As long as somebody's there when the wave starts, you shouldn't have any issues there. But we normally stick Kate here because she can shoot a hole. She's got bleed damage and she put a fair bit of damage into all that area there. Stick JD around this area, as he's got quite a clear shot of the whole spawn. He can put his GLs over most of the map there. And we just put our third character. This is usually a boosting character we stick here just with trial shots or something, just shooting into this area. Fabricator's going to be right there. When we set this up, we line barriers obviously there. We don't have 100 barriers on the map. Spending 50 grand on barriers, we just line up a couple sentry placements there where I just shot shock sentry and an MG, one of each. More barriers here, going across there. Again, just double them up, you don't need 100 there. One across here. That's a shock placement and an MG placement. I just shot there. More barriers here coming across. Now, with these, you can either double them up this side of the wall, or you can also put a layer this side just to stop them jumping over that piece of cover. Basically, it's up to you how you decide to do that bit. You're also going to want a barrier off this odd spawn area just in the corner there, and also one in front of Kate too, just in case anything does get through. You never know. This is also going to be MG and shock placement here, but you'll see all the placements of sentries and barriers further along in this tutorial. Also, you want a barrier off here just to stop them coming over that piece of cover there. Seems to work pretty well. If you pull a Kestrel, the Kestrel is going to spawn in one of these two areas where I just shot it up there. Most of the other bosses are going to spawn right in the two far them corners, the two far corners of the map, furthest away from you. The Flock's a bit of a weird one. He can spawn anywhere really. And I'll show you the fabricate placement. Then after this, we've got some in-game footage too. We put a fab this way just because it's easier, because somebody could use it as a piece of cover if they need to, the NG or whoever. Alright, here we are, a little bit further on. We're now about to upgrade to Force to 4 before we buy anything else. As you see, no barriers or anything, no lockers. We get the Force to 4. As long as you've got a good enough team and they know how to kill stuff, you don't need barriers that early in the game. Wave 11 here, we've got a couple of barriers out, as you can see. Nothing special. Basic form of defense. Again, as long as your players are killers, you won't have an issue. Doubling up the defenses here. This is all I do, just basically double them up just like that. That's all I do.
Set up a barrier.
Checking out to see who's got money. Everybody booing me. I like that. Here's the barrier placements on the other side here, where they're usually going to have your booster class sitting with tri-shots or whoever you really want there. Doesn't matter.
Barrier placed.
As you see, we've got a barrier at the bottom of them steps there too, just to protect that boosting class. Again, if anything does get through. Taking barriers over to the other side now. Gonna put out final form of defense there with a second line of barriers. Like I said, this is gonna be a very simple run. My build is gonna be done by wave 20. You really don't need much on this. As long as your players are good killers, you should be fine. No issues. Here's a boss wave for you, just a carrier wave. After this, we'll just do a quick little walk around and I'll show you the couple of sentry placements and things like that. There's 2 sentries on in the versus spawn now for you on the boosting class, MG and the shock. Usually put the shock a little bit further back just because it's got a little bit more range and it don't take as much damage. Kill that guy there because we're on to the stage now of killing crawlers and skipping waves. As you can see, wave 20 and my build is finished. You don't need 100 fortifications on the map to get through a master run. It's just not needed. It's overkill. Barriers over there. Barriers this side. Again, you don't have to barrier off that wall you see in front of you, that 19 feet high wall, but that's just part of my OCD there. That's just me. Sentry placements there. Shock and an MG again. Shock and an MG there, pointing downwards. And of course, obviously, again, you've got your barriers over this side there. This final wave I'm going to show you guys, because obviously after this up point I don't need to show you anything else because I don't put anything else on the map. So I'm not one of them guys that's going to be building sentries and placing them in random places on the map on wave 38. I don't do that. So here's the final wave for you, just a stump wave, mini boss wave, 25. As you can see, with a good team, you really don't need many fortifications. You shouldn't have no issues getting through. If you've got a good JD and a good Kate, you shouldn't have any issues at all. If you're having to put a handful of fortifications on the map, you really need to start looking at your team. So yeah, that's pretty much that. It's a fun run. It's definitely satisfying when you complete this one. And if you look out for within the next couple of weeks, I'll also have tutorial master setups for training grounds and Icebound. I'll be covering within the next couple of weeks, so look out for them. But yeah, that's it. So enjoy, guys. Hope you enjoyed my first tutorial. And I've definitely earned one of these, I think. Thanks. Enjoy, guys. See ya.